So welcome, Tamsin. Thank you for agreeing to come to do a listening space together. And anyone viewing might wonder why there are two Tamsins on the screen. It's just a pure coincidence that we both are called Tamsin. Just to give a little brief explanation about what a listening space involves, I'll start by asking you, what would you like to explore? And I'll be repeating back some of your words, followed by a specific set of questions. So it's just an opportunity for you to explore whatever's on your mind at this moment, rather than having to come up with solutions. And we'll keep going until there's nothing more for you to say. I take notes just to help my memory. And I can send those notes to you when we've finished if you like. So I'll just be capturing your words. Would that be okay with you?
That's fine, thank you.
Okay, so what would you like to explore?
I'd like to explore something around creating a routine in an unusual time.
Yeah.
It's something I'm talking to other people about a lot, about prioritizing a routine.
Yeah.
And about a routine being a way of bringing some control to situations where we don't have any control.
Okay. So I'm going to repeat back some of your words, and perhaps you could let me know if any of them in particular resonate for you. If there's a particular word or short phrase. Creating a routine. Routine. Prioritizing. Bringing some control.
Actually, prioritizing.
Prioritizing.
Interesting there. Yeah, prioritizing.
So we're going to use that as a kind of focus word.
Okay. Yep.
To keep coming back to. Okay. So what kind of prioritizing is that?
It's a new kind of prioritizing. I think most of us spend our lives prioritizing things. But this is a different kind of prioritization. It seems to have more focus. It's more important now than ever what we prioritize. I think because in the context of being isolated in our homes, working in a different way as we are, the world has got a lot smaller. So prioritization of what's at the forefront, what's in focus, seems to be even more important.
So what's at the forefront, in focus, and the world has got a lot smaller, isolated. And it's a different prioritizing, more focus. And is there anything else about prioritizing?
It seems to be, I'm quite surprised about how important prioritization is, because it's always been important. You know, whether it's work or family or whatever, there's always an element of prioritization. But it strikes me it is that smallness, that making smaller, that has made prioritization so important. It's almost as if our attention has a much smaller window than normal. So prioritization of what's in front of that window has become really, really important. It's like a focus. It's like a pinhole camera. It's got a focus, a real specific focus.
And what's in front of that window, a prioritization of what's in front of that window, and a pinhole camera, and attention and window, and making smaller. And whereabouts is prioritizing?
It's definitely inside. It's definitely kind of here in my body in terms of it's really, really important. But it's also in my head. And it's around me. It's the area of focus around me.
The area of focus around you, and your head, and here. And is prioritizing on the inside or the outside?
Trying to work out whether it starts on the inside and goes outside, or whether it starts on the outside and comes inside. No, so it's outside. So it's outside, but the prioritizing bit happens in me. So there's a whole lot of stuff outside, and that focus is getting smaller necessarily in me.
Okay. So the prioritizing happens in you, and stuff outside, a whole load of stuff outside. And does prioritizing have a size or a shape?
It's not as big as I thought it was going to be. I actually thought, I don't know, sometimes when you sit with a head full of things that you need to do, prioritizing feels like a huge thing. You know, it feels like you're dealing with a massive thing, but actually it's not that big. So it's kind of fan shaped in front of me.
Fan,
yes.
Fan shaped.
Yes, like a sort of yeah, with the point of the fan being at my body and the fan spreading out in front of me. But it's not as big as I thought. It's just in front of me. It is in front. I've kind of got my hands in front of me like this. The widest part is just kind of like this in front of my body. Feels manageable.
Okay. And fan shaped in front of you, spreading out in front of you, and the point is at your body, and it feels manageable. And is there anything else about prioritizing?
It feels quite ordered, actually. It doesn't feel like an unpleasant, I've got to sort through all of this jumbled stuff. It feels quite ordered, like a smooth funneling of something, as opposed to a picking through and sorting out.
So a smooth funneling, as opposed to a picking through and sorting out.
Yes.
And quite ordered.
And
a fan, or fan shaped.
It's perhaps a funnel. Now I say the word funneling,
okay.
It's actually a funnel. You know, it's got that sort of width that a fan has, but it's actually a funnel.
And the point is at your body. And it feels quite manageable. Ordered. Anything else about prioritizing?
Just that it doesn't feel as weighty and onerous as I thought it might when I set out thinking about routine and the importance of prioritization.
Anything else about prioritizing?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, so do you want to represent on paper in some way what you have learned about prioritizing?
I'm not sure I can vouch for my drawing skills, but Can you see my picture?
I can, yes.
So I have my little sort of camera, which is me. This sort of, and this is, I guess, the range of focus. Interestingly, it's coloured in a sort of positive, this is a good thing. Yeah, and it's kind of a funnel for everything that's going to come to here. And I guess this is prioritization.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So what do you notice as you look at the image that you've created?
I notice that it's positive, that with the use of colour makes it a positive thing. And I also noticed that I've got the lines going across rather than down into, which I think I would have imagined from the funnel. Actually, there's a breadth, there's an expansiveness to that shape, and a rainbow shape. Yeah. So yeah, what do I notice? That it feels positive and like cherry picking from the breadth of experience that's currently out there, rather than like everything kind of coming down on me. So there isn't the coming down motion that I necessarily expected.
Is there anything else about what you notice as you look at that image?
Only that it's about focusing on what's important. You know, it's about choosing what's most important to tune my focus onto, which feels like a nice thing.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
So what do you know now about prioritizing?
So I started this thinking about routine and the prioritization of creating a routine, control in a time when we have no control. And so prioritization now feels like an opportunity to pick what's most important out of what seems like a range of quite nice things, but pick what's most important and focus down. Yeah, focus down into that.
And what difference does knowing that make?
It feels like a less weighty prospect than, routine and prioritization. It actually feels like if I could distill all the good things that my life in its normal state has, if I could distill those down into just the most important ones, that would be prioritization at the moment. So yeah, so I know that, I don't know, what a lovely opportunity to get to really focus on just the things that really matter.
And would that be an okay place to leave it?
It would. Thank you.
Thank you.